Our crafting segment today is sponsored by Supermoms. Welcome back, Alexis.
Thanks for having me.
I am so glad you came because you are going to show me something that you told me before this segment is your very favorite project.
This is one of my most favorite projects because you can take something, a memory, something that's laminated, that's really the only requirement, and turn it into a wearable art that can help you remember a person or a period in time, or could just be some cool art that you like.
Okay.
So it's very easy to do. You just needs to be laminated.
Okay.
And you need hot water. You're gonna want to soak it for a while. And at one point you can pull the pieces apart so there'll be paper on either side. Now what I'm using here are the memory cards that you get at a mass or funeral. And this is a really nice way to remember them. You can see what it is, but you'll really know what it is.
It's just special to you.
Yeah, and it looks so cool. So how you want to prepare this is, you just dunk it in hot water. At some point the corners will start tearing apart from each other.
Got it.
And when you can, you want to pull them apart and just let them soak.
Okay.
This has been soaking for a few minutes. And then you'll want to take each individual piece and just start removing the paper. And you could just use your fingers.
So
Just roll it off. It gets a little messy and it's a lot of fun.
Ooh, that is strangely satisfying.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yep. And then you just keep dipping it and rolling it off.
And so what's happening then is I'm sort of creating this piece of film almost. I mean, it feels filmy on the outside.
And it's really easy to work with once you get all of the paper off because you can fold it and just create some pretty cool shapes.
Yep.
And I'm doing that by punching flower shapes into the pieces once they're done. So once you get it done,
once we get that off,
you want to put it on some paper towels and just let it dry for a little bit.
And you've jumped ahead here now.
Yes.
And done some other steps. Are we done with this?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, so we've just punched a few pieces. This is just a regular paper punch that you can use on the little pieces of film that you make. And then all I've done here is just cut little pieces out so that we can roll them and hot glue, like making little cones.
Got it.
And they'll fit inside of each other, so we have a 3D flower.
Okay.
So all I've done is you just take your scissors and just, for the very first one, you just want to make one cut into the middle, and then with your handy little glue gun, be very careful.
Okay.
Ask mom and dad before you use this. Okay. And then you'll just want to put a little strip of glue along one of the seams there.
Oh, do you trust me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Should I not? And we're gonna hide it. Yep, perfect. And then what you'll want to do is you want to have the image inside, so you want to fold that piece on top. Okay? And then all we're gonna do is keep doing that until we have a little pile of 3D flowers. And the way that you get them smaller and smaller is by cutting off one of the petals. So the next one we'll do is this one. And okay, ready to glue again?
And you're choosing to do this side up this time for contrast?
No, I have the shiny side up for the whole time.
But I'm saying words, and so this is the picture.
Yep.
And then this was the back with the words.
Yes, yeah. And when you're punching out the shapes, you can also be pretty strategic in terms of, what shows. And with hot glue, it's great. You just
pinch it,
hold it a little bit, and it will set right away.
Okay.
So then this will sit on top of this one. But we'll just make all of the pieces first, and then we'll put the puzzle together.
Okay.
So here's one where I've cut 2 of the petals off. Okay.
And I'm going to put just a little bit of...
Yep. So if there's a specific date or if there's something, an image, a symbol on there that you want, as you're punching it, just make sure that you can see that in one of the petals. And as you cut it,
I'm having an issue
you get
here.
And this is really forgiving. So if that will work. Perfect. Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
This is my kind of craft.
Yeah. So we'll just make a few more here. We just... Okay, so we have the layers of the flower in the order that we're going to put them in.
Okay.
And to get rid of some of the bulkiness at the base of the flower, all we're doing now is just cutting off the tip of the cone so that when we glue them all together, they'll just lay right inside of each other. So
And you've arranged them here by size, correct?
yes, yep. And here's the fun part. So I'll start with the base here.
Yeah. Oh, more glue.
Put a dab of glue in there. Perfect. Then you're going to take your next layer and just squash that in. And sometimes you don't need to put more glue in there, but you can if you want because that's still
Yeah, I
wet.
see it in there. Yep.
Yep, so you can just put that one in.
Oh.
Oh, get in there. Okay.
I think it always helps when you talk.
I know. It listens. Don't worry. Okay, we need a little bit more glue there.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll just layer it up. I just love the look because it has that transparency look that I just...
It's already looking like a flower.
Yeah. All right. We just have 2 more pieces, and you can get as small as you'd like. And depending on the punch that you pick, I kind of like a smaller accessory, at least with this. But you can also just laminate whatever you'd like and do the same process.
I was actually going to ask you that. Like if I have a laminating machine or if I get something laminated like at my copy store or whatever, will that do the same thing as this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because these feel kind of like a thinner lamination, but I mean...
Yeah,
anyways, I just
that's why I think it gives it so much dimension. Okay, so then of course you're gonna have strings.
Yes.
Get rid of the strings. And here's the flower.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I love this. And then the other thing is, you want to grab these pins.
Okay.
This is the base that we're just going to glue this on. And this looks pretty solid, but sometimes you might have to cut off the bottom too, but there's enough glue that's packed in there that should be good.
Okay.
So then just put a little glue there. And you want to be mindful of how this will sit on your lapel or wherever you pin this. So let's put, okay, just kind of...
Like, yeah, the bigger part down or something like that?
Yeah, just whatever you think will look good, and then you just push that in and let it set. Isn't that
so
sweet?
Pretty. I love this.
I made one for my friend, and he started crying because it was his most favorite grandma to remember, but again, you could do it for anything that's laminated.
This is a really fun idea and different. I've never even heard of anything like this. So thank you so much.